Hey guys, welcome back to Zeal Tarot. Today we have a pick a card with messages from your guides, and we have 5 piles. So this is pile 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Please feel free to pause and meditate on these cards, see which pile you are most drawn to, and I will see you at the timestamps below. Hey group number 1. So this is for everybody who chose the Kunzite. The overall energy we have for your reading is projections, no-thingness, and conditioning. So this projections card is about seeing the movie that we play out from within us. So if you imagine a projector, like when you go out to the movie theater, go to the movies, the actual movie is coming from behind the viewers, from the film strip, and it's being projected onto the wall in front of us. So this card, in combination with these cards, is about releasing the projections we have placed on others, as well as maybe ourselves, releasing the conditioning, entering the void of nothing. Maybe we have been a lion wearing, a sheep on top of us. And we're not really a lion or a sheep. And he looks a little bit worried, but he's kind of like strapped to this sheep. And all around him are sheep that are actually sheep. They're happy to be sheep, but he's not happy to be a sheep or she. It's like we need to enter this void of not knowing kind of the next step, maybe not knowing exactly who we are yet, but knowing that what we have been living is a projection. My cat sticker. Sticker kind. That means that your reading will be lucky. Okay. And next we have the Eight of Wands, which is all about forward movement, seeking freedom through motion, the horse. And with the Empress in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse, it's like your guides are asking you to move forward through this void of not knowing exactly, what the next step is. But to have the courage and the will to persevere through this void. Understanding that, maybe the way that we have always believed ourselves, like what we thought we were capable of, what we thought our lives were going to be like, maybe just to let that go. And to have strength through that, because it takes a lot of courage and a lot of will to keep going when you're not sure. And this Empress card, the cow, she's like the same color as the lion in this card. And this polar bear is the same color as the sheep in this card. So it's like neither an Empress nor a Hierophant when we are projecting. It's about finding your inner truth. Having the courage to be who you really are. Next we have the Illusionist, which is kind of like a trickster energy. And this is kind of like the illusions that we have been playing out, the projections that we have maybe placed on other people, if they are fears, insecurities, anxieties, something that comes from deep within us that your guides are asking you to look within, to search within yourself. with the Nine of Scrolls followed by the Five of Spirals. This is the Despair card. Nightmares. If we are having nightmares, oftentimes these are repressed fears, anxieties, disappointments, past pain or hurts that we have experienced in the past. Sometimes they surface when we just can't suppress it anymore, when we're not really supposed to suppress these. We're supposed to heal from them. It's like taking accountability for your own insecurities or fears. And it requires a lot of strength from all of us, because we all have these. We all project onto other people, whether it's seeing only the good things or seeing only the bad things. It's a lot of projections that we encounter. If it's to fit in, it's like your guides are asking you to have the strength to be yourself, to face your fears, to let go of maybe social conditioning or conditioning that we have placed upon ourselves. How this dragon is like breathing fireballs into this valley represents bringing light into subconscious parts of our inner psyche. To free yourself from that, to bring justice to yourself. Liberate yourself from projections. And then we have the Muse, Queen of Spirals. This is what your guides are encouraging you to move towards. The Queen of Spirals is similar to the Queen of Wands. Passionate, nurturing, she knows herself. See the deer next to her. It's like gentle strength through understanding yourself and your subconscious. And maybe needing to break away from certain parts of yourself or certain ideas. If it's people, if it's environments. And enter this void where you know nothing, where anything can be created. The void, the darkness, the subconscious, anything is possible from there. Bringing light into your subconscious. And this is possible is what your guides are telling you. And I love how she's fanning or bringing, it's like, but it's like those game shows where they're like, this is what it is. It's like, this is what your guides are showing you. Everybody's looking this way. The underlying energy for your reading, we have the Father of Fire. So we have the Queen of Spirals and the Father of Fire. It's like the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So this is having the will to keep going. Having the will to free yourself. To let go of these projections, this conditioning, to enter the void. To have that inner drive. The strength and inner drive. To want that freedom. Because it might be something that's deep within and it's harder to let go of, but your guides are encouraging you to have that will to let go of them. Next we have, I am willing to let go. I release others to experience whatever is meaningful to them, and I am free to create that which is meaningful to me. That's so beautiful. This is bringing justice to yourself. Then we have your animal totem guide is the bear, which is absolutely perfect for this reading. I imagine that this bear is like exiting hibernation and, leaving the cave and like searching for that first meal after it's like this is the cave. And this bear has been sleeping, resting, hibernating for so long, and it just has that like will and that drive to survive, to do bear things. Strength, this is like strength again. Nurturing also, because the mother bear archetype and the father fire. So this is just such an encouraging reading. Your guides, it seems, are asking you to tap into your inner strength and to bring justice to yourself, because we're not always ruled by subconscious spirits. It doesn't have to be like that. We don't have to be repeating these cycles. It's like you're at the 9 of Scrolls. You're almost at the end. To just keep going. It's like you just have these 5 little fireballs left. And then you will be freeing yourself. Letting go. Alright, well, I hope that this helped you guys. And I will see you next time. Take care. Hey, group number 2. So this is for everyone who chose the green calcite. So the overall energy for your reading, we have trust, flowering, and guilt. So with trust and flowering, it's so interesting because these colors are the same. It's like she's floating on top of something pink, and here she's diving into the pink. So this is about trusting yourself, trusting your guides, and trusting in your ability to co-create with the universe. Trusting that you don't have to do it all by yourself, but that you have to play your part in it. I mean, if you want to have this, if that's for you. And with this guilt card, it's almost as if the flowers from the flowering card, she's like snapping her fingers, and all of these flowers are like spiraling out from her hands. And here it's like these flowers are trying to come in, but there's this dark clouds, these like waves separating the two. If you have any lingering feelings of unworthiness, self-doubt, doubt in being able to co-create or manifest what you would like, it's like your guides are asking you to trust yourself and to trust them. To trust that it's possible, to trust that you are worthy. If you have, we've all made so many mistakes in our past as part of being human, but trust that whatever you've been through, you are still worthy of creating this. We all are. Next we have the 9 of Wands, and in this image it's a ram standing on top of a mountain, and the ram is like covered in scars. You're at the 9 of Wands, so you just have one more wand and then you'll be at the 10. It's like the end of this cycle. It's like you're very close, and your guides are asking you to stay strong through this, to believe in your own power to co-create with spirit. With Temperance and the 2 of Swords in reverse, this is the guilt. This is the imbalanced indecision. And maybe that's how we're feeling right now. But it's the guilt feelings that are clouding our judgment. It's like your guides are asking you to tap into your inner strength, to come into balance within your mind, to be able to choose this, to flip these around, come into balance. They're asking you to be the Emperor, strength, will. To know that you have that inner power, to trust that it's for you, it's for all of us. With this Two of Stones is about trust again. It's a bear coming out of hibernation, taking that one step. It's like a very deep ravine, so it has to be careful and precise. Balance. Two stones balancing its body weight as it travels over that ravine. And with the Three of Mirrors following, this is that inner peace. That's that harmony between these two parts of ourselves that, maybe don't think that we deserve this. But also another part that thinks that, yeah, I want to try that. That's for me. There's more to life than this. To claim your power. With the Weaver and the Sojourner, the Queen of Scrolls and the King of Mirrors, this is your guides asking you to not only set intentions, but to put these intentions into action. Because whatever you're working towards is abundance, is stability, is blessings. To not only think about the things that you want, but also take those first steps. Once we are coming into balance and we are able to decide to find our power, our inner strength, this Six of Stones is symbolizing the Tree of Life, and hanging from its branches are talismans of giving and receiving. It's like this is what you are working towards. This is what the universe would like to co-create with you. And I just noticed these flowers are also, it's this like filigree design, kind of looks like flowers in the background of this Weaver card, as well as the Sojourner. It's beautiful. It's like integrating that part of you that doesn't feel worthy, having compassion for that part of yourself. Nice. So your underlying energy, we have inner peace, Two of Air, which again is coming into that balance. This balance. Coming into balance. And then we have, I claim my own power and I lovingly create my own reality. And you see like a little sun here. It's like a new beginning. I ask for more understanding so that I may knowingly and lovingly shape my world and my experiences. And then your animal totem guide, we have the frog. And frogs are so interesting because they live in both land and water. And you know how they're born in the water and then they live on the land when they're not tadpoles anymore. So this is, I think again, that inner balance, that harmony, that acceptance of yourself that maybe needs a little bit more reassurance, especially if we haven't experienced something like this Six of Stones before. Like if this is something we didn't even know was possible, like can I really do this? Can I really manifest this with spirit? Can this actually come true, and your guides are telling you that, yeah, of course, yes, this is for you. You can do this. Believe in yourself, and try to soothe that part of yourself. It's not like suppressing your guilt, because then that will come out later probably. But it's about understanding the guilt or feelings of unworthiness and making the decision, if you want, to trust and take these actions. Not trust blindly, not just say, okay, I trust that whatever happens, happens, but to actually put in the thoughtful intentions and actions with a clear mind, with a balanced mind, decisive, balanced, and making those positive actions. Or not positive, those actions, taking those steps. And how the frog, in this card, it's raining, and frogs, sometimes they're still. They're not always like, especially if it's raining and you're just like walking, you'll just see like a frog just sitting there. It's just like enjoying the rain. And they stay very still until it's time to take that leap or take that jump, to hop forward. Frogs are always hopping. So stilling the inner self, the mind, coming into balance with the mind and the heart. Harmony. Okay, well, that's all I have for you guys. I hope that this helped, and I will see you next time. Take care. Hey, group number 3. So this is for everybody who chose the sodalite. So the overall energy for your reading, we have success, aloneness, and creativity. So with these 3 cards, it's as if your guides are encouraging you to celebrate what makes you you, your unique creative expression, even if at times you feel alone or you're in the company of yourself, rather than situations that we might have been in before. Places, connections with people. It's choosing to be your own authentic self, your unique way of expressing yourself. Whether you're creating a meal, drawing a picture, the way that you think, the way that you dress, however you like to express yourself. And we are all creative beings, like we all create. We're all very unique. It's choosing to be your authentic self. With the star, this is symbolizing your inner compass. It's like this pearl is inside of this oyster. And it's kind of like this person is looking at a pearl as well. It's like the same kind of like lighting. Your inner star. Next we have the Ace of Cups, followed by the Fool. So this is like a new beginning in creative expression. The Cups suite is all about creativity, emotional healing. It's like overflowing. And with the Fool, it's traveling in that direction. And then the Fool is followed by the Judgment card. So this combination for me is being aware of your gifts. Like these reindeer are just standing next to the sleigh. They're not, like traveling anywhere. There are all these gifts that are waiting to be delivered. Maybe this is a self-doubt card. Where we hold ourselves back from sharing our gifts with the world, from acknowledging our gifts to ourselves. And with the Poet and the Acrobat, the King of Scrolls and the Page of Stones. It's like your guides are asking you to take a new perspective on these gifts, on your creative gifts. King of Scrolls is very balanced intellectually, and the Page of Stones is grounded, stone sweet, but it's the acrobat. So it's like a grounded way of perceiving your situation. Looking at your situation from new angles. Next we have the Dreamer and the Eight of Scrolls, which is about illusion. So for me, this is being in denial of our gifts. We all have something to share. And that's what makes living so interesting, is when we share our creative gifts, when we share what makes us unique. It's what makes the world more interesting, since we're all so different. And sometimes it's easier to hide parts of ourselves. You know, if we don't want to feel alone, we'll hide parts of ourselves. But I think your guides are really encouraging you to celebrate what makes you so different, because that's what will make you so happy. Is like, I don't know, I imagine that this pearl is like way too big for this oyster and just like really needs to open up, because like the pearl doesn't even fit inside the shell anymore. But maybe it's just my perception. But if that's the case, it's like the Star card, the pearl just like really needs to come out. This cup is overflowing, like it's like your creativity is overflowing and it needs to be shared, it needs to be acknowledged. And then next we have the Corsair, the Knight of Spirals. I love how he's a pirate, and you know, pirates, they travel and they're like just doing pirate things. I don't know. It seems like such a like liberating, free way of living. And they also dress like really cool. I love how pirates dress. You get to like travel to all these different places and collect all these goodies. And like it's a fire card as well. The Spiral Suite is fire. So it's like the Knight of Fire, having that will. Creativity is also fire. Creativity. The creative spark is fire. And the cups, emotion behind the fire. And then with your underlying energy, we have the Three of Fire, which is integrity. Which is beautiful because it's kind of reiterating this, all of this, like celebrating what makes you you, acknowledging your gifts, and sharing that, seeing a new perspective on things. Next we have Divine Wisdom guides me. I'm guided throughout this day in making the right choices. Divine intelligence continuously guides me in the realization of my goals. I am safe. It's beautiful. It's kind of like these reindeer, like they want to, I don't know, maybe they want to like deliver these gifts. They want to be guided. So like allow yourself to work with spirit, to co-create with spirit in coming to your full, not your full potential. I'm not sure what the right phrase is. Like allow yourself to be you, allow yourself to be your full authentic self. Next we have your animal totem guide, which is the camel. So this is about having the endurance to go through this period of feeling alone while you're nurturing yourself, or this feeling of feeling alone because of being yourself. This is like the camel has everything that it needs. It can cross entire deserts without any water because the camel has its own, I think it's like a fat storage, which it has water from. It can survive. And then here we have a camel again. So camel is really coming in strong for your animal guide. And I love how this is a sun and then this is a moon. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope that this helped, and I will see you next time. Take care. Hey, group number 4. So this is for everyone who chose the Lepidolite. So the overall energy for your reading, we have the Fool, isolation, and postponement. It's almost as if this woman has been working towards this Fool energy. It's like the same landscape as this card, this new beginning. But for whatever reason, it has taken some time. It's been postponed. And with isolation in the middle, it's like, will this new beginning ever happen? Like, it's taken so long. Maybe not believing that it could ever happen. I mean, it looks like the new beginning is here. It's the first card of your entire reading. Next we have the King of Swords. So this is about gaining mental clarity over the situation. So seeing the whole picture of what's going on. Like, is this new beginning, is this Fool energy, is it actually here? Maybe with this postponement and isolation, you felt maybe like in a Queen of Wands in reverse. It's like a lack of passion, a lack of forward movement, a lack of this fire. But justice is here to bring balance to the situation. This new beginning is a, I don't know, actually, these two cards, they look so similar. The way he is falling off and the way that the Justice card is like spreading its wings. It's like your guides are telling you that it's safe to spread your wings, that this energy is here, and that you have waited long enough. But almost as if a part of you still feels like you're in this Five of Pentacles position, even after like the first glimpses of this Fool energy have come in. Instability. Maybe not believing that it's here, but it's here. So then we have the Four of Scrolls, followed by the Two of Spirals. So this card is about needing to take time to heal, to come back, to check in with yourself. How are you feeling emotionally? And to make a decision. The Two Spirals. To make a choice. And this new beginning is presenting a choice, and so it's important to be able to see this as a choice. Like, you can choose to turn around and see this. It looks like this person is actually seeing the Fool energy. Maybe these are tears of disbelief. But this choice, you see in this card, it's like the bird has a nest full of eggs. This is the Green Man, the Emperor in this deck. And this Emperor card is so like abundant. There's so much, like, so many things are growing. He's so warm. Sometimes emperors in certain decks can be a little bit more heavy-handed, but this is such a gentle emperor. It's such a like strong and passionate, wise emperor energy. And I think this is what your guides are encouraging you to work towards, or to choose actually, with the Two of Spirals, to choose this new beginning. And then we have the Star and Judgment. So it's like even more confirmation that it's here. Judgment, a rebirth. Star, something totally new. Look at all these stars in this Fool card too. It's like before, maybe we couldn't see any stars. We have your underlying energy as the Mother of Fire. So this is tapping into your trust, your inner trust, to trust yourself, to have the courage, to know that you are making the right decision. Creativity. Gentleness also. See how she's like tending to this fire. Seems very gentle. But to check in with yourself. To make sure that you're making a clear decision. Maybe it's something that you have really worked hard on manifesting, setting intentions, as well as taking action. And sometimes things take time, so that when the opportunity does come, it's going to be like a big one. It's going to totally change your life. The Emperor, Star, Judgment, Justice. And it's going to take you out of this isolation, Five of Pentacles energy. So this is a really big change. And maybe with some really big changes, it does take significantly longer than we hope sometimes. Because you're co-creating to make sure that it's something really good for you. Or really nourishing for you. A new change in direction, something new with your life. Beautiful. And then we have, I am at peace. Divine peace and harmony surround me and dwell in me. I feel tolerance, compassion, and love for all people, myself included. So again, this is like the same energy as this Four of Scrolls. How peaceful she looks. Coming into balance with yourself. And it's like this Fool, whatever this new beginning is, bringing balance. Bringing this balance back to you. Or to you. Maybe you have been in this Five of Pentacles for a very long time. Maybe it feels like it will never end. And you don't want to get your hopes up about this new beginning. Especially sometimes if we've had our hopes up, for a very long time or in the past. And if it seems like almost too good to be true. But I think your guides are telling you that it's good and it's true. So don't worry if you're concerned. And we have your animal totem is the deer, which again is this like gentleness with yourself while you're healing. I mean, it takes a lot to go from the Five of Pentacles to the Star and the Emperor. Like, you need to like take time for yourself. Be gentle with yourself during this time. Okay, that's all I have for you guys. I hope that this helped, and see you next time. Hey, group number 5. So this is for everyone who chose the Elite Shungite. So the overall energy for your reading, we have the Source, Ordinariness, and the Miser. And it's really interesting how ordinariness and the miser are kind of opposites. Like in this image, the person is walking through a field. It's very sunny. She's carrying like flowers. And in this image, the person is standing behind this like brick wall and looks very defensive. It's as if your guides are asking you to remember that you are enough just as you are. that who you are inside is enough. Maybe to relax a little bit of the defenses maybe that we have built up over time, like past hurts, parts of ourselves that we don't feel safe in expressing and accepting also. To open ourselves up to this energy that wants to flow through us. With the Page of Cups followed by the Page of Wands, again, this is like a childlike sense of wonder, really. It's the meeting of the physical and the ethereal or the imaginative, the spiritual, the intuitive, this water energy, and how this how this seal is like swimming through the wave. It looks like it's just playing. And you probably have like a totally new perspective if you're swimming through a wave rather than, I don't know, swimming through not a wave. And this Page of Wands is like that spark of creativity, that inner fire, that sense of adventure. This Knight of Swords followed by the Chariot is kind of the same energy as this Miser card. How the Rook is like holding on to this rook, this castle. It's like gripping it. Looks a little bit protective. And this Chariot is like a strong, powerful force. How she's like gripping all of these possessions that she has. Whether it's like actual possessions or if it's a defensiveness or, a way of thinking. It's almost like we can relax a little bit and just be ourselves. To play a little bit. This Four of Mirrors is about detaching from these defensive tendencies maybe that we have accumulated over time. And once we do that, it will lead us to the Six of Spirals, which is similar energy as the Source card. Like how this is a sun and this is a sun as well. These blessings. Success. This card is success. But to do that, we need to maybe be more gentle with ourselves in releasing these fears. Maybe if we have been rejected in the past, or we have rejected parts of ourselves in the past. Rejecting the fact that we can just be us. Feeling safe in knowing that you are connected to the source. And this is that inner harmony. This is healing those masculine and feminine energies within us. And it's like she's creating a medicine through all these herbs that she has gathered on her journey. And then this person is like collecting herbs or flowers or something. So it's like using your experiences as part of your healing. Like not needing to cling to these past hurts. But taking a new perspective on things. And detaching from this powerful grip that we've had in order to come into balance with ourselves. And there's another sun here too. That's beautiful. A sun and a moon. And this Page of Mirrors card is actually also similar to the Page of Cups. The Mirror suite is the Cups suite also. So you have two Page of Cups. Double confirmation. This Vision Quest card is about gaining a new perspective. It's bringing light to the subconscious parts of ourselves, maybe aspects of ourselves that we have rejected. This is like the Hanged Man, gaining a new perspective. And there's another sun too. It's like once we are able to realize that we are enough just as we are, the sun comes out. Next we have, I balance my masculine and feminine sides. The masculine and feminine parts of me are in perfect balance and harmony. I am at peace and all is well. And this is that lover's energy. And this is that balancing of the miser within us all. Our ego, that part of us that wants to protect us. And it does protect us in certain aspects, but I think what your guides are reminding you is that we don't need to be behind this wall all the time. Your animal medicine guide is the tarantula, which is really, really awesome for this. Tarantulas, they actually have two sets of lungs, so they have like 4 individual lungs. They are spiders, but they're also like furry. And what else? Like all spiders do, they spin their webs out of silk, spider silk. So it's like just so beautiful how like, you know, spiders are capable of creating such a delicate thing that, I don't know, I just feel like they have perfect balance between two aspects of themselves that maybe seem like they are conflicting energies. It's like heal yourself. We can heal ourselves, and this is possible through that new perspective. Seeing our situation a little bit differently. Knowing when it's okay to put that guard down. In this image, it's also, I don't know if it's showing up, there's like yellow behind, almost as if it's a sun. It's like a spider sun, tarantula sun. It's very interesting. And in this image, it's like the fox is crying tears and there are blossoms all around. There are flowers all around. It's like the healer using these blossoms, using these herbs to create her own medicine. Alright, you guys, I hope that helped, and see you next time. Take care.